Dylan Dilinjah. Come on. You know, I see the bad mind them, see them through my darkness. One of my cousins named E-Rock, DJ E-Rock, he was like, yo, you seen on TV the other day, like, yo, Puffy looking to make a group.
Right.
So we all laughing like, yeah, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, Puffy looking to make a group. He's like, no, I'm serious. He's like, you know, the audition is tomorrow. You should go. I had a month and maybe a week to be free before my actual sentencing day.
Wow.
So we just bugged out, jumped in the hoopty, went out to Manhattan, auditioned just for the kicks of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I figured, all right, in my head, I was like, I'm going to pass these auditions. I was already thinking positive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pass one audition. I'm going to pass the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do my year. And when I come out, everybody's still going to know me.
You're like, this is my little short-term strategy.
That was it. Everything changed.
Yeah.
From that day, from the time I went in to the first audition and I passed it, and I'm like, and I passed the next one, my mom is like, MTV is on the phone. Why are they on the phone? Who is this MTV? Who are they calling for? And I'm like, Mom, for real. You know what I mean? All of that.
God.
Then I go back in, and one day, Puff comes out and says, after all the auditions, he says, okay, well, today, these last 20 people are going to be in a house together, and you're not going back home. I know I got a case going on. So
Right.
I'm like, we're not going back. This is a problem. You
Right.
understand? So we went from that and moving forward, you know what I'm saying, keep a long story short, the 20 cut down to 6
That was it.
and the rest was history. And Puff and Bad Boy and of course the powers of MTV helped me beat my case.
And that's
Which
a
gave
blessing.
me, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
And gave me, instead of jail time, they gave me more probation.
So at the height of your career of the band, like when you finally realized like, oh shoot, like this is bigger than I thought it was, what did you feel and what was that feeling when you had that aha moment? Like we here.
It didn't hit me to the end, till after. To see how big we were, never hit me during.
Really?
Never.
Because I'm pretty sure you were working very hard because you have to work hard to get there.
Yeah.
Y'all were working.
Yeah, and even though the show made it at times seem like we wasn't working or weren't appreciative and all that, we worked very hard. I'm a very proud to say I am Bad Boy alumni.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We graduated from that school, the same school as B.I.G., Mace, Carl Thomas, everyone else. You know what I'm saying? We come from that. So, you know, I recognize that now. I see that. You know what I mean? I'm proud of that. But at the time, like, no. It hit me as to see how big we were when I went other places after.
Right. Like
When it was all
Grenada.
said and done. When I went back home to Grenada.
Yeah.
And people in my country were watching.
Right.
And I was like, y'all watch that? I thought this was just for, you know, the United States.
Right.
No, it went to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
It went to Israel.
Right.
It went to South America.
Right.
It went all over the place.
Right.
So that's when I was just like, all right, this is serious.
Right.
This is serious.
That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're here, right? And you're
Yeah.
like basking in the here.
Yeah.
Right? And then one day, lights out. I cannot personally imagine. Like, I remember I lost a job once, and it was a little job, and I was like, oh my God, Mom. I was like crying. And it was just I was still in college, you know? But you went from here at the height of your career, you like literally you guys were at the top, to lights out. And it was publicized.
Very publicized.
What went through your head when you went back home and you're like, it's over? What was your first reaction to that emotionally?
Right. Well, there's many emotions. Number one, nothing changes with the public.
Right.
So, in a sense, there's two sides of it. Because in a sense, you're still basking in that glory.
Right.
Because you still, all right, the show's over. But I can't go to the supermarket without a million people, everyone rushing me and taking pictures, autographs, and everything else.
Right.
To this day.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So, to this very day. So, that has never changed. So, in that aspect, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But when it finished right away, a lot of roadblocks came up as far as the industry. The people in the streets are still going to be listening. They're still going to be there and all of that.
Right.
But at that time, I don't think a lot of people knew how to deal with any. I mean, at that time, it was hard to sign a reality show person anyway. That's how they looked at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, reality show people were this,
Mm-hmm.
music people were this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this day and time, you have Love and Hip Hop, you have all of these other shows where you can do music, you can do, you know what I'm saying, go on your reality shows, and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? We go like this now.
Right.
It's a great time.
Right.
But at that time, nobody even knew how to do that. Remember, we were the first all-black show.
Yeah.
Before the College Hills, before all that, before anything, first all-black show. So when it was done, it was like, where do you really go? Because you're so spoiled in the sense of having a major label behind you,
right,
and that backing, that you have to go back to your indie ways, yet you have higher standards.
Right.
Mentally, it messes you up bad. I'm trying not to cuss on the show, but it messes you up bad. Bad. Because it's like, yo, you're used to wardrobe being sent.
Right.
Now you got to make your own clothes and try to get wardrobe or just buy clothes. You know what I'm saying? Different things.
Yeah.
Money starts slowing up.
Yep.
And I had a son. This is right when I had a son. Then right after that, became a single father. The year after the band was probably the hardest year I ever went through. I remember even asking Father God, like, yo, if my voice is not going to be used, the same talent and the voice that you're going to use, then I don't even want this. You know, there was times, I remember having 2 times that year where I didn't want to breathe. Yeah. It was that tough because I was just like, I knew so many people in the industry, and I would try and reach out, and they were like, to keep a long story short, do it on your own. You just had a big platform. I didn't get it.
Right.
Because I'm like, but y'all supposed to look out for me. Y'all are my family. Y'all said you family. You said you're cool. You said, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, I'm not going to say y'all personal names, but a lot of y'all said that you got me.
Right.
And in the end, nobody was there. No one. So I definitely broke down. But I kept writing.
You kept writing?
Yeah.
Because that's what you love to do.
Yeah.
And you can't see yourself doing anything else.
No, nothing else. And if you give 100% into something,
right,
just the laws of attraction and the laws of the universe and just the law of common flipping sense,
right,
100% is going to come back to you. It has to.
Right.
There's no choice.
Right.
I don't care what you do.
Right.
Anything, negative or positive, though. So if you know what I'm saying, you put 100% in those streets, you're going to get whatever comes with the streets, whether it's jail, whether it's, you know, whatever the case is. So in my case now, I just kept writing. Bad or good. Whether I had $20 in my pocket, $200 or $20,000, I always kept writing. I've always found a studio to go to. You know, I remember at that time there was a man named D Original in Atlanta. He's a priest now, and he was a big time hustler, Big Don, and he helped me a lot because I went down to Atlanta with him. It was around the time, you know what I'm saying, BMF was reigning on top. Shout out to Big Meech, of course. I partied with Meech a lot, you know what I'm saying, back those times and everything else. That helped me a lot because The Original showed me how to go from a soldier and move up mentally. When I first met him, he gave me this book called The 48 Laws of Power. You know that book?
I do not know that book.
Yeah. He gave me that book and I was just like, what you give me this for?
Right.
You know, by Robert Greene. And I read that, and the first law said, you never outshine the master. And that's why I did the whole making of the band. So you broke I broke like mad laws. I broke like 30 laws out of the 48, son. I was like, oh, that's what happened. Okay, cool. But not even intentionally. It was just, I just, you know, you take things for granted. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I'll be first to admit it. Like, I definitely did.
Right.
So when I did see Puff after the show, you know what I'm saying, years later and all that, gave a big hug. You know what I'm saying? And say, you know, thank you.
That was a big life lesson.
Yeah.
Big
huge,
life lesson.
Huge.
And now here you are, re-emerging, and you have this fantastic project coming out that talks about Pain to Power.
And a great team. Because like I said, you know what I'm saying? Because even with those teams, you know, when The Original, all that, a lot of us scattered. And then the next year was just like, every year I tried something. I remember one year, Cannabis, the rapper, put me on a tour, and he went to the Midwest and the West and the South, and it was a very small independent tour. But even that and these smaller venues, and big up to Cannabis for helping me that year, it still touched people.
Right.
I still got to, you know what I'm saying, see 200 people every night, still working, still going on. Went back home to Grenada, still, you know what I'm saying, went through the West Indies, went state to state, always trying to make something out of my situation.
Right.
This year, the difference is, like I said, the family, people that I knew for a long time, like my manager Spliff, that's more than just a manager, that's fam. And then I got JB, you know what I'm saying, who, you know, runs the building at the studio complex, One Stop Media, that I work out of. And just a nice team of people who really are for my best interest. They really are, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just a good vibe. It's a good vibe. And we're powerful in each other's, like, you know what I'm saying? They're powerful without me too.
Right.
So it's like my power, his power,
right, yeah.
his power. And now we all get together and we have a certain plan. I actually have a blueprint. I didn't have a blueprint before. I was just like shooting all kind of darts. Like, this tune is going to make it. This tune is going to make it. There's no kind of plan in.
Right.
It was just a wild soldier. And I was just like, nah, I'm a young general. I could actually put this together the right way.
And this is something that any independent artist out here can learn from. You know, you have to have a great team. You have to have, above anything else though, you have to have passion to persevere through your situation, because most people would have given up. Most people would have given up. I
seen them. And then they giving up, so like, you just don't see them. And you can tell they gave up. Even though they'll tell you they didn't give up. That's the crazy part. They'll say, yo, I didn't give up. I'm still doing it. No, you're not, because you didn't put 100% to it.
Right.
You went and got, you know what I'm saying, 3 other jobs. Is that a bad thing? No. Because you got to do what you have to do. But I know for a fact that if you put in 100%, then you would have probably been sitting here too with Jess. And you're not.
You're not. No, I'm kidding.
But big up to the people though. But like I said, man, it's really, you got to just work hard, and 100% it always comes back.
Absolutely.
But I did touch rock bottom. I did go through that. I did cry. I definitely went through the emotions. Even just watching award shows kills me. Like, it used to murder me. You know what I'm saying? Because we was on them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was there at the MTV Awards. I chilled with Jay-Z 4 or 5 times, and he knew me. He was just like, Dylan, what up? I'm like, I'm cool.
Right.
To go from that to just...
Can't even, like, get on to the door. Get a ticket.
And not even because of just me, but because you didn't have the proper people in place. But like I said, you just got to keep working.
Well, let me just tell you.
Pain to power.
Pain to power. And I'm excited to hear this, because knowing your story, it will give a lot more context to the album, to me listening to the product. So I'm very grateful that you came here, and I applaud you. We applaud you. We all should be applauding you for your perseverance, because that's so important. And I think in any spectrum or whatever career you're trying to go, if you want to be a dancer or a singer or a business person or a PR professional, whatever, you're going to have these moments in life where things may downslide, and you have to get yourself back up. So this was your story. I'm hoping will touch somebody.
Not an easy road.
And
to see the glamour and the glitter and the take a better rules. Free Bojo. Straight. Free Bojo, free world boss. Not the set. Straight. But yeah.
But we're so excited. Like, I cannot wait to see this project. And Pain to Power. Like, make sure you guys check out Pain to Power. It's going to be dope. Yeah. Please, like, first of all, though, I came here, you were, like, fresh to death. Like, I want this jacket. They need to make that. I need a jacket like this. Because I'm trying to get, you know, some Brooklyn, like, not even, I want to get more swag, got, like, more hip-hop dress down. Because I'm real, like, glitter and
we got to get you a singlish hat, too. You know about that?
No.
Singlish, man. It's a hat. It's a single.
Oh, yes.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the family's thing.
I want a single-ish hat, and I want this jacket. Who is this? Who are you wearing?
This is, you know what I'm saying, my clothes. I think I bought about $1,000 worth of clothes the other day from Supreme. Big up to Supreme Supreme Shop. They actually in Long Island. Okay. You know what I'm saying, at the Tantra outlets. They move into a place called Brentwood. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But they look out, man. I got the crazy discount. So tell them you know Dylan. If you go to Supreme and get some clothes, tell them you know me. Tell them I'm your cousin or something. Maybe they'll work something out with you. You don't have my number, but just say, yo, I'm Dylan cousin. I'm from Grenada. It'll work. Just do what you have to do. But big up to Supreme, man.
No, the jacket's dope. I really like it. And y'all swagged out. I like it. Look at that.
Simple. Stop this thing.
I love it, but you're going to have to help me work on, getting my...
You look great.
Thank you.
You look great.
Sparkling.
Let me fix it right.
Thank you. See, Dylan's such a gentleman. He's such a gentleman. We adore Dylan. Thank you. Appreciate you.
You're good, man.
So, again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today. And thank you for sharing your story with us, for sharing your new project with us. Like, we're super excited for it. No clapping. He's helping me out. And we will definitely, look out for Pain to Power.
One Stop Media. Pain to Power. Big up to Singlish. Big up to the family. We rocking and rolling. For real.
We'll see you next time we're in the studio.
Yeah. Yo. Greetings in the name of the King. Love is all I bring. From a dog still locked in a bing. To the hallways of Sing Sing. To the halls of Green Correctional. Or really anyway up north. We are back against the wall. You need to connect. Make a half-buckling phone call. My outlaws living tomorrow. 500 beds outside of the mall. With tomorrow in prime settles. We're bubbling, hustling summer to fall. This one reaching out to you. Cause everything you did, I really lived that too. Just never spoke about it in a tune like the clown rappers. Cause they said Magoon. I mean, look all the BS I've been through. Been since 2002. So-called beef, but you know who. Rumors are gone, but nothing of my loot. Sex and female star at 2-3, but who's really content though? Using Hollywood, he would have done that too. So the shout out to my Fappish family in blue. 12 for those who really never had. Prosper 2, laughing to Trinidad. Pray this song meant the item glad to realize you ain't a long way tried. Brent with bait show and wine dash. Little Haiti with my souls make cash. New lots waiting for the IDs clash. Bet Daddy dress still hold a cutlass. Machetes is deadly. It's not just a thing of the past. We cutting faces off those who really trespass the gang. It's danger zone. Dilinjah. Started up right, dog.